Hello, everybody. I didn't create the live stream for you guys today. Apparently, I'm all over the place this week. So, thank you so much for being here. Nobody's probably going to be here. It's going to be team replay because this is an emergency. But for those of you who are watching today, thank you so much for the subscription on YouTube. We hit 70,000 views already, and we are closing to 40,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. If you haven't hit like, subscribe, please do. And I appreciate you. We are going to take you to Podfest tomorrow and Friday and Saturday and Sunday. And let's see who we're going to meet there. But today I have a special guest. Are you guys ready? But first, we got to groove on. Let's go. Our music is not groovy? No? Okay, let's go ahead and see who we have. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Okay, here it is. And ready? Wait, first you have to guess what color of clothes we have. And who's my guest? You see that? In person! Oh my god, guys! Hi everybody! We're going to Podfest with this Sandra. We don't know where Sandra is, but when we see her and find her, we will let you guys know. Thank you so much for being here. So, I'm asking her. We're in the airport. Obviously, this is the airport. We're at the airport. Right, we're at the airport. And I wanted to ask her, so how was it meeting me in person versus talking to me?
We've talked so much, it really wasn't any different to me. It's like,
You hear
it
that?
was exactly what I expected.
Look, pink.
Oh,
Pink.
Why else would it be any different?
She even has pink glasses. She beats me to it. Anyhow, guys, we are here. We are so happy that you're able to do it. I wasn't gonna make a live stream today, but this is such a special occasion for us. When people talk about, LinkedIn is not real. You don't meet real people. You don't make connections. Here's proof, right? Because we meet on LinkedIn almost a year ago.
Almost. It was right
March?
before
April?
International. No, it was the end of
International.
February. Because
Oh.
I was on your show on International Wednesday.
That's right. So it was February. So it's almost a year now we've met, and now this is the first time we've met in real life.
Probably 11 months.
Yeah, somebody's counting. I'm not counting for sure. But I am so glad that I met you. So let's talk about Podfest. What are you most excited about Podfest?
Meeting people. I think that's really what it comes down to is meeting people and then trying to figure out the podcast
Situation.
atmosphere.
Yeah, this is my first time. This is our first time. I literally dragged her here. I dragged Sandra here as well. We were hoping Nick would come, but she couldn't. And Danielle was supposed to come, but she couldn't. Praying for our sister, right?
And same for Christine.
Praying for our sister Christine, and we have a lot of sisters
We have a lot.
and brothers. Hello, Brother Ulu from Nigeria. How are you? Our sister Michelle. She's probably what is she doing in Colorado right now? Skiing and breaking bones. What else? We have Dr. New. Sister New is in Texas, and then who else do we have?
It just keeps growing. It's trying to keep up with everybody.
I know, it's so just crazy, right? It's amazing how friendship grows from there. But
We got Isabel up in Canada.
Isabel in Canada, we got Christine Bell up in Australia.
Australia, down in Australia.
Is it Australia or New Zealand?
I think it's Australia.
Okay, we're gonna stick with Australia. Sorry,
We'll stick
Christine.
with that. If we're wrong,
Then we're wrong. Who else? We have way too many, but we can't even think of it right now. We're just so excited to meet with each other right now, guys, and we really thank you and appreciate you for being here. And we didn't want to miss, at least I didn't want to miss live streaming, because we're gonna take you to Podfest. I'm hoping Susanna will bring this thing right here while I'm speaking tomorrow. I still don't have my topic. Did I say that? I did. I haven't done my topic stick yet. I haven't practiced for my presentation yet. But it is all about me and how I grew my YouTube channel and how support system guys here on YouTube really help me grow. Thank you for that. I am working on giving you guys courses as well for the community. But there's a lot of things that's happening right now in Level Up Academy. So keep searching for and subscribe always, because we're going to have new things in there. We have our anthology. I'm excited about that. Coming up when February 1st, but March 22nd. Did I say March 22nd was the day?
That might be
The USO is located.
What was the
That
KDP?
was closer to the middle of American Airlines. We'd have everything's going to be written by the end of February.
Yeah, so maybe March 15th you'll have your KDP book. And then March 22nd is when you get your physical book and you can order. But keep in mind that the book, if you're curious of like where to find the information, how to join us to write a chapter in our book, it's Lua by Leland, LEABYDOCLEYLAND / author's page. What else is going on? Yeah. Well, yeah, at 9:20 Eastern. Thereabouts.
Sometimes all you gotta do is punt.
Yeah.
I mean, we're both big systems. We know enough of this, we can punt.
Yeah. Just going with it. It is what it is. We can't really talk much because you guys can't hear us because we're at the airport.
Welcome to San Diego.
Rainy San Diego right now.
Your airport is smaller in some ways.
Told you, small.
Portland is, well, to me it's like Havana. That's what I feel. Portland, they're opening it up even more.
Well, this construction in this airport has been going on forever, as far as I can remember, and it doesn't seem like it's doing anything, but maybe it is. I just don't know, and I don't notice because I don't travel that often. But it is what it is. I'm just excited to meet. Who are we gonna be most excited to meet?
Yes.
Us, Sandra. You haven't met Sandra Gonzalez yet. I have. Who else? Who else are we excited to meet?
Well, and I gave you something today too.
Yes, her book. Where did I put your book? Oh, it's inside here. I can't move it. Sia, Jody, Raquel, Soaring Prophets. Who else is coming? Is that no? He's not coming. He's in Japan.
Somebody posted a bunch of names in her Facebook
That's Jody. Who else is coming? James. Why is there? Oh, James. I don't know who that is. Mara. That's I don't know. Here and here. Oh, Tracy Lamb is also going to be there. Who else? Sabrina. I haven't met Sabrina. Deb is the moderator for my speaking engagement. I believe there's 4 of us tomorrow at 9:20, which is Eastern, right? And
Yeah,
if you
now
are,
you say Eastern.
yes. I'm so used to PST. It is 6:20 in the morning PST here when I'm going to be speaking. They're going to record it, but I don't think it's going to be live. So I'm going to just ask my dear sister here to record it as well. And then I will share it with you guys at 12 because we're going to have our own show. And that one actually...
The TV show is tomorrow at noon.
Yeah, there's going to be a TV show tomorrow noon. And again, if you want to be highlighted on the YouTube for the TV show, make sure that you comment on YouTube, not on LinkedIn, because it doesn't, I can't highlight anything on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a little fuzzy for the TV show. But also, I wanted to tell you that I have a merch store, so you can buy merch there for our anthology. And then also, if you join the community, I think the sticker package is like $2.99. So when you log into YouTube, you get special badges. I created those badges, by the way, so people would like them. Some of them are mostly pink. I'm just gonna warn you if you're nothing else other than pink. Okay, we're all pink. Well, black. I'm wearing black and pink, right?
Yeah, we both are.
Yeah, darker colors.
with my retro Reeboks.
Yeah. Well, okay. Susanna, show your luggage right now. See that? Pink. Pink. Yeah. Yeah. We're all pinked out. And then my backpack, actually, which is bigger than me, also pink. It's full of equipment, guys, like super equipment in here. Now, what about Podfest? What is your expectations? Like, we're so excited to go in right now, right?
We're
But, like,
excited to go in
yeah.
and just kind of see what it is. It's going to be a variety of things. There's learning about whether it's creating audiences, whether it's the ways to create. It's a podcast, it's not live stream necessarily. So it's a little feel for me. Not for you, because you have your own podcast.
Yeah, but I think there's a blurred line now. Okay, so I'm gonna go out on a limb here that you guys, when you guys say podcast, a lot of people think podcast is video. It's actually MP3, like Spotify, Apple, Deezer, Listen Notes, iHeartRadio. I'm on that, and I apologize for the people who are on my podcast right now. I have been super busy, have a lot of students, and I'm going to Podfest, so I haven't slept in days trying to grade my students to be ahead. I will definitely have one on Monday for you guys, and I'll make it worthwhile by adding value to that conversation, some more and tips. But I think for Podfest, based on the things that I've seen, there's so many amazing people out there. This is in 10 years. They went to the Guinness Book World of Record because they have a lot of people. The top percentage of podcasters around the world is coming. That's how amazing this podcast is. But it is everything from Streamyard to by the way. I was just talking to them. I don't think Dub is going. I wish they did. But Streamyard is going to be there, and I can't wait to meet whoever is on their table and just get to know what they do, what they can do. Because as a business owner, you have to listen to your customers and feedback to your customers on how you can grow and scale your business, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What else are we expecting on Podfest?
Well, there's some lunch and learns or something.
All right, an author. So we're gonna probably learn something about publishing too. Even though we're in the publishing industry, we're also going to learn something in the publishing world.
It's always worth checking out because you never know what's going to pop up.
Mm-hmm. And it's networking.
Even if you sit there and go, I know this, but then the golden nuggets pop up, and all you need is one golden nugget to get something out of this.
Yeah. The key word is inspiration. If you get inspired to write your own book, to write your own story, go for it, right? Whether you join us or do your solo book, we will support you. That journey is very personal to you. The only difference between, what do you think you would say, like for me, when writing a book, the big difference is the network. If you're doing it alone, you're alone, other than the team that you're paying to do it. But if you're doing it with an anthology, what's the benefit?
Well, the benefit of the anthology is you're not alone, which means when you hit some of those walls, when you hit what some people would call writer's block, you have somebody to bounce it off of, to go, oh shit, I hit a wall. I was doing, and you've got somebody to talk you through it. And then with the anthology, you don't have to worry about the editing, you don't have to worry about the marketing, publishing. It's not you. Because traditional publishing is not easy. At that point, you're looking for either a publisher to write your book, or you're looking for a publisher or an agent, and you're putting everything on them to really love what it is that you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And many times they can say they absolutely love what you're doing, but that doesn't mean that they think they can sell it.
Right, and you need a marketing team. So marketing team will run you between $8,000 to $10,000. That is the reason why it's better to have a team in anthology, because the marketing is actually built into it, which is wonderful. To write your own book it's gonna cost you at least $20,000 to $25,000, right? To write your own solo book, to really make it out there. Sometimes it can cost you $80,000. I've seen it where someone approached me to write my book for $80,000 because you're talking New York Wrigley now, right? You're talking about all of those things that are gonna be out there. But on average, it's about 20 grand. What do you think the cost is for ghostwriting? What's the benefit of having a ghostwriter if you have a really good story that you want to start writing?
The benefit of the ghostwriter is you get that second person to help you. You have the idea, but maybe you just don't know how to put it together. And being able to work with a ghostwriter, being able to work with somebody who is written, it gives you that chance to have somebody guide you through the process. But the most important thing, you want a ghostwriter who's not going to change your words, change your story. It has to be somebody who understands, and it's almost sacred to make sure that it's your story that comes through. I've seen too many cases where somebody will help write the story, but they're using their viewpoint on how to write the story, how to edit it, what words to use. And if you're a person who uses big words and they're using small words, or you're very simple words and they start coming in 4-syllable words and you have to look up, it's not your voice.
Yeah, and changing your voice is not your book anymore at that point, right?
No, it's like giving your idea to somebody to write your book.
Yeah, and then you claim the credit. It's almost like plagiarism. Anyhow, for me, I think writing a book is therapeutic. You get to tell your story in pieces. There's so many parts of you as a person. If you reflect on your own life right now, you know that there's so many aspects in your life that you would love to talk about. But when it comes to legacy, 100 years from now, no one is going to remember you. Not even your own family or your lineage, right? But how do you create legacies so you can stay forever? Think about all the greats. What do you do with all the greats? Were there movies? Yeah, of course. But actually, their books, they're talking about themselves and their books and what they did. Is that the whole of them? Of course not. It's a topic that they're talking about and they stay here. Imagine if your great-great-grandkids in 100 years from now said, oh wow, grandma was going through this adversity. I didn't know that. What did she do to thrive in that environment? Not just survive, but thrive, right? Imagine if you have a manual. That's what we're doing with books, is we're publishing it so that all your great-great-great-great-grandkids have legacies to see what you did in your life. Does that mean that's your entire life? Of course not. That's why you have anthologies, because you keep writing on a book to leave bits and pieces of yourself within that network. But what's amazing about leaving an anthology or writing a book is that it's written, it's published, right? It's there.
And the way that we do it, we make sure that they own their chapter. So like, we let them publish it. Groups like us, when the author owns the chapter, that means they can turn around and split push it after the anthologies are published. That means you can write 10 anthologies and almost write them or just compile them together, put them in an order, and a little bit of tweaking, editing, you got a book.
That's true. You're right about that. I didn't even think about that.
Exactly.
Are we trying to do 10 anthologies this year?
Well, nobody said we're going to do 10, but I mean, we've talked about at least.
Listen, editing is a pain in the butt. I just want you guys to know, okay? Editing takes a whole lot of time because we're not trying to change all your stuff. Hey, Gabe, what's up, bro? Thank you for showing up. This is a last minute last minute live stream at the airport because we're going to Podfest. So thank you so much for being here. And
maybe for the first time.
Hope you have a safe flight. I know. Yeah, this is the first time. What is your advice for somebody who's halfway thinking of joining the anthology and halfway thinking of no? I think the first thing that really stops people from joining are two things that I've been asked a lot. First is the financial commitment, and second is the topic, right? Like, I don't know what to write about. I'm having anxiety. I'm not a writer. I don't understand how to start. What are your thoughts?
Too is those who think it's a big play, that it's not taking place so much as paid to promote, that you're paying to be promoted, when what those costs involved with an anthology, and we try to keep it as cheap as we can. It's covering our time to edit and market and put the memos together, and all the work on the backside. We're trying to cover our time.
Yeah, and that's not even enough of our time. Okay, it's very expensive. One thing I love about the anthology that we're doing, especially this one, Beyond the Boundaries, is that I will give you airtime. I will pay for your own time to be on my TV show, so you can read 5 minutes of your chapter to get there, right? Safe travel. Okay, who's the LinkedIn user? We want to know who. We want to know who. But I've been asked two things. What's the ROI of your anthology? My question is, you're talking numbers. What are you willing to do to get that ROI? I'm not doing your ROI. You are. Here's the thing that I'm going to talk about this in detail about. I think I talked about it yesterday on my presentation on the Breakthrough Summit when I did the IDA, and then I did the advertising, personal selling.
Right.
When you're doing an anthology, guys, we're not selling you like that, okay? It's up to you to advertise yourself after the book. The book is a tool that you are an author and you have the authority to write in this book, whether it's an international best-selling author or co-author, I should say, or a bestseller book, okay? That is your authority. It is up to you to create your own journey. Now, if you want to say, hey, Dr. Leland, I want to know what's next, I'll be happy to tell you. First thing, you need a media kit, okay? Put your short bio. Get a professional photo out there, okay? And then go to as many podcasts as possible, okay? Talk about your book. Remember, I don't care how good you are. If no one knows who you are, you're on the corner. Who's going to see you? Nobody. So that this is your chance to talk about and top of the world. Say, I wrote a book in this anthology. My book is about this. I did not just survive. I thrived, right? How did you thrive? And guess what? Oh, we wrote with Susanne Ghostwriter. We wrote with Dr. Leland. We wrote with Nick. You can literally name drop us, right? For anything. We're not saying we're bad. We're saying we have done the job for you to actually create that. If you want to involve and level up yourself, you could be on my TV show after that, which is just you, not with a group. You could be on the radio, right? You could be on the MP3. I mean, we pretty much have everything on our publicity now. All you gotta do is engage. But at the end of the day, before you even pay anything to anyone, don't even worry about the pay right now, because you can pay somebody to go on a movie. Here's the thing. What is your purpose? What do you want to do? I can't make you do what you don't want to do. You gotta know, what do you want to do? What's the outcome? Why are you even writing in the book? Is it for vanity measures? Is it because you want to do something? Well, ask yourself, what is something? Why are you doing it, right?
And it's a variety of things. So a lot of people, they just want to be published. They want to say they were a published author. For some, they have a message and they just want to get it out, whether they know who it's going to. Sometimes it doesn't matter. They just want to get it out there. And yeah, Michelle is up.
Yay, hi, Michelle.
Everybody has a different reason for wanting to be So we just sit back and create that opportunity. You can have 40 authors in the world, and you have 40 different reasons why they're there. And those 40 different reasons could be totally different.
Yeah. If I were to ask you, why do you want to be a writer, what would you say? Yeah, why would you want to be a writer? I mean, you're already writing 7, 8 books, like, for real.
Yes, number 8.
Yeah. Why would you want to be a
With
writer?
3 solo.
Yeah.
For me, I've got so many stories inside. But what I didn't realize is, I mean, growing up, and you go to school and you go to English class and you read these books and the teacher talks about, oh, this means this and this is that, and all these different messages in the story. I never quite, I got it oftentimes after they pointed it out. I've realized that everything that I've written, it has basically a common theme of move beyond boxes. It's just everything coalesced at one time at this point, and now I love the writing because it gives me different ways to do it, because each of us learns differently. I could say the same story 20 different ways, and it will resonate with more people than if I wrote the same way all the time.
True, and also it's different theme for every anthology, right? Like Nick was a note to my family, I'm your legacy, which is really a note to your family, whoever you're writing to. I wrote to my mom, right?
Yep.
And we had a conversation about it after the fact, which was great, and it's further healing and all that. Now this one is beyond boundaries, thriving in life's gray zone, because let's be honest, every day is a gray zone, right? Not just a gray clouds outside, okay, in San Diego right now. We're okay, by the way, in San Diego. I live inland, guys, so there's no flooding in my area. But in Mission Valley, about 10 minutes from where we are at the airport, there is flooding, but we're okay. I'm not floating or anything. We're good. We're safe.
So we can take off.
Right. But honestly, writing in a book is not only therapeutic, but you get to self-reflect, right? And you got the power to share only what you want to share about your life. And when someone says, I'm an open book, yeah, you are. Here's the book, right? So what else do you think that makes a difference? Like, I feel like writing in a book is addicting. Addicting. Writing a book.
For some people it is.
For some people.
It's been interesting though to see how some people, they write that first time, and then either because of what they wrote and something that popped up during that, or they just get bit by the writing bug that they want to know. But I once you're reading most of them, once like, okay, I'll try it, and then they try it, and it gets out there, and something just, it's like they get addicted to it right there. It's their caffeine.
It is. And you know what it is too is, here's my other tip too. When you write a book about the book that you write, and you go to podcasts, change it up a bit. Because 1, 2, 3 podcasts that you go to and you say the same thing over and over, people will turn off after the 3rd session, right? Even if it's with me or with somebody else, it's because, it's CJ again. It's the same story. It's the same story. Change it up a bit. Add a little bit of spice into it. Like, it's the same story. It's just that it's said differently, right? And also, maybe add things that you have experienced after writing the book, right? Because most of the time I've seen people, they write a book, they talk about it on podcasts, and they say the same thing over and over. I have ADHD, so guess what? I heard this, then I just shut down and I'm like doing something else, right? But I'm like, ooh, I didn't know that. Ooh, was that on the book? It makes me actually curious and want to buy your book, because I didn't hear you say that before. So I wonder if there's more into it in the book. So basically, like, take some portion of your book and expand on it when you're doing podcasts, right? Don't just say the same thing over and over, because for people like me, we lose track and then we just keep moving. But if it's something interesting that you're saying the same thing, then we get so curious about what you're saying, which we love. Now, when it comes to your books, Susanna, what actually inspires you to create your solo book? Because solo book is scary. It's a longer words, it's a longer pages. You're on your own.
So each one is different. The first, the Armor of God series, that came out because I happened to be in a place where over 3 weeks we read Ephesians chapter 6. And I had my grandfather's Bible. My grandfather was a Lutheran pastor. So I'm reading his Bible to get to the 6th chapter of Ephesians. And the first time I read it, I see that there's 6 things are numbered. And I didn't understand what he was doing. And then the next time I went through, and I'm still scratching my head as to what is he doing? It took me at least 3 readings before I realized he was numbering each of the 6 pieces of the armor of God. But the funny thing about it, as soon as I realized that, I had a thought in my head is, can I turn this into a fantasy story? I have no idea where the thought came from, because at that point I was playing with some science fiction stuff. And so I was like, okay, got the message. And over 3 years, I wrote the full story, and it was so big that I had to cut it in half.
That's why there's 2, right?
That's why there's 2. It's like I cut it in half, and I went from like 135,000 words to 160,000 words. Because here's the thing, but the beauty of it, if you have a story and you can write the story, and then you realize that maybe you can cut it in half, just remember you gotta add an ending to one. You can't just drop it unless your story was perfectly written. You have to add an ending for one and a beginning for the other. And then the second book, I came up with a new character, and she had an important role in everything. But the other book, Faith the Butterfly, which I really wanted to title it, I'm not what I used to be, yet I am who I always have been. It was written for me in that I never kept a diary, and then on the day after Christmas of 19, I wrote down everything that happened that day. And for the next year, I wrote almost everything down that was happening, and that became the foundation of that particular book.
Journaling. I'm just listening to what she's saying as a journaling, because you don't need a fancy notebook. Like my daughter, Bella, she's like, I want this Lightem whatever book. It's $20 for a little tiny. I'm like, here's 9-cent book from the Dollar Tree. Same thing. And you don't need fancy paper to write your thought. It's just that it is your thought. And that's another thing I wanted to talk about with written sort of book. Like, what are some of the techniques for someone wanting to write a book? You just gave away one, which is keep writing what's happening in your life, and that becomes a book towards the end. Do you prefer writing in paper or writing and typing?
I've always been the writing on paper, because when I write on paper, then I transfer it to the computer, and that's a natural editing process. So that if I can just write it on paper and get myself focused on writing instead of letting my own issues follow other squirrels and go, oh, I need to fix this, and then I'm off someplace and I forgot what I was writing. Like, no, you don't have to, unless it's like you don't even know what you wrote. You want to just keep writing, and then that becomes a natural edit process. And there are times now that I will do a voice. I am not a voice to text person because I don't trust it. I am a voice. I'll do the voice, and then I use something to transcribe it.
Okay.
And then what I love about that, here's the reason I like voice over voice to text. If you have that and then you look at the transcription and you don't understand what the AI is trying to tell you said, it will come with it. Make sure you have the minute markers in there. And you can go back to that exact spot in the recording to hear what you really said and fix it.
So basically, your AI is Bob 1.0.
Well, I think even the 2.0 is not gonna.
It's not like Kim. Kim's pretty smart, actually. She does comparative analysis and
The
everything.
USO is no
Well, I've never used the AI beyond what I said. Transcript.
Nah. Well, that's the thing with the writing, right?
The USO level
Either take
members
notes
of the
on your cell phone.
Constitution and their
You
families.
can take notes on your cell phone too, like pretty much voice memo, and then
And that's
transfer
what I
it.
do.
Okay,
That's
so
what it is. I use the voice,
memo.
the voice memo.
Oh my God, guys, we're not done.
We're not
Sister, we're live streaming. Come on. Our sexy mama's here. My bodyguard. See my bodyguard? My bodyguard.
You have to sit here and be on screen with.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, well, if I heard it.
Good
morning. Hi, everybody. We're ready. We're just talking about Podfest. So I want to ask you, what are you excited about Podfest?
First of all, meeting up with these two goddesses. It's about the connection. It's about conquering the moment, making wonderful, meaningful memories.
Yes, memories. Oh my God, and we're gonna meet more people from LinkedIn. Oh my God, it's so exciting. Talking about books, and I know you've written books in Dubai,
Since
right?
I'm here,
Wow.
this one's yours.
You're gonna be full of gifts today. Yeah, she's gonna be full of gifts today. Isn't it amazing? Oh, guys. Hi, everybody. Yeah, we did a short live stream for an hour, just pop it up because I forgot to put it last night. And it's Wednesday. I can't stop. Listen, we are at almost 37,000 subscribers. I can't stop. We have to be every Wednesday. And this is what we do. We just go, we're literally at the airport. Like,
Let's just say, talk about moving boxes.
yeah, we don't really care. We just talk, chilling. So talk about books. Like, when you wrote your book back in the day, what made you do it?
My book, my journal.
Yeah.
Well, I knew that for me, one of the things that was really useful is high caliber habits. And it's something I have incorporated into my life and business. One of those is just being here at the airport super early, which most people tend to procrastinate, right? It's
was
like
here at
not
7.
me.
I was here at 7.
Yeah, and I was here later because I had a class.
Yeah.
But I like to be at the airport earlier. I get work done. I enjoy my latte. So it's creating rituals that enhance your life. Something as simple as getting to the airport shouldn't be stressful. And so it's just those experiences really motivated me to put my journal together and help other leaders with incorporating what I call high caliber habits. Great question.
I guess I'm a high caliber because I've been here since 7.
Yes.
I was trying to wait for her. I was trying to set it up. I was like, should I get my 4K? No, let's just do this.
I love it.
But what about Podfest that you're most excited, other than meeting people? Like, what are some of the activities that you think we would be doing?
Learning. I'm a student. Always have an insatiable appetite for growth. We learn so much from each other, from other people. I love to take copious notes, and I've learned so much from these two goddesses, and that's why I'm here, because it's about the learning experience. It's about progress, not perfection. So, I can go on and on.
Keep
sis,
going.
But,
It's about connection, right?
Yes.
At the end of the day, it's really about connection and networking, because we can know so much, but we're only limited to our capacity. But when you're like, for me, 25 years, add Sandra's another 25, Susanna another 25. This is like just the baseline, right? You got 75 years. Why would you want to cut 75 to just 25? You wouldn't. You wouldn't. If you're in the right mind, you wouldn't. And that is the power of networking, right? Connecting with people in real life. Sandra's really big proponent on real life. Believe me on this one. She will meet you anywhere to meet you in real life. Absolutely. Unfortunately, I can't do it all the time. I barely made it this morning with 2 hours of sleep. But at the same time, I think it's really precious when you find someone that you trust, that you care, and doesn't have a knife on your back. Okay, I'm very big on making sure that you're authentic, you're real, and I will be loud for sure. And was I loud? I tried to scream for her and she couldn't hear me. I wasn't loud enough, she said.
Well, it was already loud enough here. I mean, it's not like we're in a library.
Yeah, we're at the airport.
If we'd been in a library, I would have heard you.
If Bella was here, she'd be like, she's not my mother. She gets embarrassed when I scream. I go to the mall, I can't find her. Literally, Bella! Everyone's like, I'm like, dude, I can't find my kid. And they're thinking 5-year-olds, you know? Comes a kid that's taller than me, and she's 17. I don't care. I can't find my kids, and that's what it is. But what about learning? What else do you want to know about Podfest? What are some of the outcomes and expectations that you want to see?
On the professional aspect, being consistent with my podcast, I know this alone is motivation to keep at it, because practice is a price we pay for better tomorrow. So I have learned to connect myself with other amazing people who are already experiencing amazing progress and learn from them. But that's ultimately what I aim for, is to learn from these influential leaders that have a wealth of information that I can add to my tool belt and keep moving forward as the keynote speaker, the coach, the leader. I envision myself to be, because it's a responsibility. It really is our responsibility.
Commitment and time too. Like doing podcast.
Yeah.
This one right here. I pushed her to do her podcast. That one too.
Yes.
Right? So give me your lessons learned on pros and cons of having a podcast.
You say podcast. I haven't
Live stream. I just got corrected again.
I haven't
Go ahead.
turned it into
MP3. Yeah. But so what is your lessons learned on that one? I think
the first lesson
consistency.
is I just learned I'm going to end up doing it.
I will make sure they are on Spotify. Okay, they're leveling up. We got to do it, right? I apologize for all of my people out there. I skipped this Monday because I'm going to Podfest, but I'll give you valuable information for sure. Again, thank you so much for the 70,000 views and 37,000 subscribers. I love you guys so much. Keep liking, keep subscribing for sure. As far as the Podfest, what I really want to know is the who's who, right? Because there's going to be an excellence award, by the way. But I want to know who's who and what are they doing to inspire the world. Because at the end of the day, you're only going to talk about yourself and monetizing. Okay, great. We want to monetize because we need money. But at the same time, I'm for people. I say FUBU. For the people, by the people. For us, by us, right? So what are you doing to change the world, to inspire the world, is what I want to know in Podfest. I want to see who's real and who's not, right? And these two are my radar. Okay, I want to make sure I'm in line. Because sometimes when I get excited, I'm like, and I'm everywhere. They're like, CJ, especially this one, calm down. You're all over the place. It's not that bad. I was like, it is. My ADHD kicked in, right? But who are we gonna meet that you're like, Sia's gonna be there. Joni's there. Soaring Profits from Canada. Canadian boys are gonna be there. Tracy Land's gonna be there. Artist is gonna be there. I haven't met her. Deb. But I'm mostly interested in Streamyard. I want to know exactly what they're doing over their competitor, because I also have Restream, I also have Wave Video, I have all of those other things that I'm doing for my TV show. It's different than Streamyard. Wednesday is free for you guys in Streamyard, but Thursday is a TV show, and then every other Saturday is my radio show. So see you on the radio as well. But radio, you can't replay, okay? You have to be there live at 7 p.m. PST. That is California time. I'm in San Diego. So what are some of the things that you want people to know about before we end? Who is Sandra Gonzalez?
Sandra Gonzalez is a retired Marine officer turned executive coach speaker who served 20 years of honorable service as a U.S. Marine. Now I guide and train high caliber leaders, business executives, C-suite leaders, so they can take command of any room they step into and magnetize opportunities for impact and growth. And the thing that I have learned through my life and professional experiences, being an entrepreneur, is the thing that will help you stand out and believe in yourself wholeheartedly is this ability to cultivate sexy confidence. Now, sexy confidence is this ability to master yourself and stay calm during stressful challenges and situations. And as an entrepreneur, this is the thing that will help you be resilient. This is the thing that will help you believe in yourself when others don't. But it's okay. It's better for you to believe in yourself and keep going than for 100 people, 1 million people to believe in you, but yet you have self-doubt. So cultivate the sexy confidence to develop the mental toughness, the resilience, and understand adversity is my advantage, and I'm going to keep going regardless. I can go on and on.
See my bodyguard, guys? I'm safe. If you're watching, I'm safe. This is my bodyguard. We have an army here and we have a U.S. Marine. I'm not in the military. I'm just saying. I'm just rolling. Okay? Your turn. Who is Santa? So Santa's not public. They don't know you, but it's Santa. Come on, sis. No time to be humble. Go.
Oh, thank you very much.
Go.
No, so I don't have quite the length of service. I'm at 14 years, but the difference on that is I was a cavalry officer. And everything that I got to do, basically what I focus on is the importance of moving beyond boxes. Because all my life, everybody's trying to tell me who I was, what I'm supposed to do. And they didn't give a dang that I know who I am, what I want to do. It's what others want. And it took me a while to break out of that, but then I realized all they're doing is sticking us in boxes. It's just like another motto I've talked about, a saying. I mean, a lot of people hear the saying, a jack of all trades is better than one. Let's see, how does that freaking thing go again?
Jack of all trades, something about like master of none.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's like a jack of all trades is a master of none, but a master of none is better than one. Because you know so much more. You're not pigeonholed. And I can't be pigeonholed. So I see so many who they get stuck in this box, and quite frankly, you know you're in the box. You know it. You've given your control to somebody else. But you aren't taking the awareness to realize that you can take the control back and move beyond that box. You don't have to listen to your fear. And this fits right along with the sexy confidence, because it's that piece of it can be imposter syndrome.
Exactly.
And while some people will put us in a box, we'll put ourselves in a box. And that's exactly what imposter syndrome is. It's like, I shouldn't be in this spot. I shouldn't do this.
I'm not good enough.
I'm not good enough. Or
Who
you're
am I?
listening to others say that you're not good enough and believing them. That's when you're giving them the control. And the reality is, you need to have awareness and realize that if knowing is half the battle, then awareness is that first step. Take control back, stop listening to fear, and move forward. And that's what I speak about. Speak either women's groups, organizations. That's what I write about, whether it's fantasy or nonfiction. That message flows goes into everything. So all 3 books I have, the 2 fantasy books and then my personal memoir that just came out, the whole story, that's exactly what they are. Your turn.
Oh, I was like, yes, keep going. So then I can just end it. Dang it.
Oh,
Give me some time. First of all, thank you guys for your services. I'm so happy that you guys say it proudly, right? Because nowadays people are like, they're doing this. So much disrespect, okay? They give up so much to protect your life, your freedom. I'm just saying, do not disrespect. Okay, who am I? Okay, I don't know where to start. I'm a mom. Hello, babes. She's in Northern California. She's sick right now, my daughter. My youngest is with her dad right now at home. I'm Dr. Leland. Thank you guys so much for being here. And I am a serial educator. When I say serial, I am. I will continue to do that. I am also a student right now. So if you're one of my students, know that I'm also in your shoes. I have a lot of homework actually, and I just skipped one homework right now. Because it's a lot of quizzes and a lot of tests. But anyhow, when I'm really here, I pivoted a lot and I changed. And thank you guys so much for seeing the value. And yesterday was the first time actually when something happened to me. What do you think is the number one thing that make you grew 41,000% in your YouTube in 8 months? My little technical brain says SEO. I've been teaching too much marketing. Crystal literally put her hands up and said, no. It's your messaging. And so I truly believe that, and I sometimes forget that it is, when I say for the people, by the people, it is about you. When you come to my show, whether it's my TV show, my MP3, my live stream, my podcast, my radio show, I want your story to be out there. Because if you don't believe in yourself, I will make you believe in yourself. These are the only 2. I have 11,000 students. In my lifetime, 11,000 students, and that doesn't include K-12. I'm talking adults, veterans, people who are from MIT, Harvard, that I have been exposed to. Thank you so much for believing in me. Being a dean in the university wasn't easy, but it taught me a lot of things. It taught me to stand ground, and it taught me to be compassionate, because we really don't know what each and every single one person is going through. Every day is an adversity. We're going through financial, divorce, health, mental health, friendships, love, right? Betrayal. Our life is like a rolling drama. But at the end of the day, you need to center yourself. I'm going to go back to Sandra and sexy confidence. I want that. Is that tangible? No. Go take a mirror, go to Dollar Tree, take a mirror, look at yourself. I want to be sexy. Okay, not provocative, okay? Sexy confidence. That's believing in you and who you are. You gotta figure out, what do I want? When someone comes up to me, what gives me butterfly in my stomach? It says, I wanna do that. And you know what's really sad? Your own family won't believe in you. Your own family will have doubts in you. You can't do this, because you know why? They only see one aspect of you at home. The people who are outside, who doesn't see you and believes in you, keep those rolling. You can love your friends and your family, but if they don't believe in you, they're against you at the moment. You can't really exchange them either. It's in your blood. But you can love them from far and say, okay, right now I need growth mindset. Right now, I'm going to turn all this negative as an opportunity for me to grow, so I can show me, not the world, me, because I am the world, right? I am my world. If I say I'm going to be sad, the rest of the world could be happy, and I'm still sad. If I say that I'm happy, the rest of the world will have a war, but I'm happy. You are the world, right? But just don't be cocky like you're God's gift to everything either. Stay humble and stay grounded, guys, okay? I'm just saying, believing in yourself takes time. First thing you need to do is take inventory. Do a SWOT analysis of yourself. What is your strength? And be honest, no one's watching. What is your strength? What is your weaknesses? My weakness is my composition. And when I get going, she has to say, calm down, calm down. I'll be, I'm bouncing. And without coffee, I'm still bouncing, right? That's just my personality. But I also have ADHD, so I'm talking in my head all the time against myself. I'm literally arguing against myself. And for me, if you have ADHD out there, I want you to know that you're not alone, and that in order for you to keep track of yourself, write it down. Write it down. Negative, positive. And don't just say, oh, I'm going to go with this experience is. I'm gonna just do this because it's a good feeling. Enjoy all experiences, bad or good. For the bad ones, those are experiences that you can learn from. For the good ones, those are experiences that you can multiply and keep going and remember, right? Because life is not guaranteed. We could die right now. Wood, I think this is wood. I'm just saying, you have to believe in yourself and stay happy today. Don't think that, oh, it's gonna come 10 years from now. 10 years from now might not come. Right? So live for the moment, live for the day, and if you need publicity, you know where to go. And if you can't find me, find these two, right? But it is almost time to go. So I'm gonna give you a quote. You guys think of a quote what you want to do to end. My quote is always gonna be from Bruce Lee. Don't pray for an easy life. Pray for the strength to endure it. Okay, how about you?
I'm gonna pick one of my own, and it's because too many of us get stuck in the past. We keep letting the past drag us down, and reality is, stop living in the past, because if you don't live in the present, then the past becomes the future. And how are you gonna grow if all you're gonna do keep letting the things of the past bother you? So forgiveness, awareness, let it go, so that you can go forward. Yeah,
Let
there you
it
go.
go. How about you, sis?
You definitely just shared my favorite ones. Another one I'll share is when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And that's been such a beautiful experience for me that I'm so grateful for. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. See you guys at Podfest. Love you guys. Bye. Oh, Michelle, sir. Wishing you all the best. Bye, guys. See ya.